لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. This is As You Answer the Call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor, welcoming you to another edition of the program. As the year draws to a close, we shall focus attention on the major event that defined the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON in 2023. Details in our Spotlight segment. Also on the program, we have Making the Hajj, a NAHCON news diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. And on the quiz, a winner has emerged. Details will be announced in the course of the program. Keep watching.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. The program kicks off with the news diary. Stay tuned.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON is set to distribute Hajj lots to the approved tour operators. This followed the release of the report of the investigation by NAHCON into the alleged irregularities in the selection of tour operating companies. A statement to this effect by the Commission's Head of Public Affairs, Hajia Fatima Sanda Usara, says, at the end of the exercise, NAHCON and other stakeholders noted with satisfaction that the objections raised by the complainants were not sufficient to overturn the qualification of the 40 tour operators approved for the 2024 Hajj. The statement adds that the qualified companies convincingly met the laid-down criteria set by NAHCON, such as capacity of operation, years of experience, and clean bill of operation. NAHCON says it remains committed in carrying out all its stakeholders along in line with statutory provisions. Meanwhile, the chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria NAHCON, Malam Jalal Ahmad Arabi, says he is thankful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima for supporting the commission. He said the support has strengthened the hope of pilgrims and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Similarly, the NAHCON boss said the commission is determined in ensuring that the 2024 Hajj fare remains within the threshold of the 4.5 million naira. Malam Arabi says NAHCON will announce the final Hajj fare as soon as it finalizes negotiation with service providers and other relevant government agencies involved in Hajj matters. Similarly, the Executive Secretary of the National Christian Pilgrims Commission, Reverend Yakubu Pam, paid a courtesy visit to the Hajj house. He was received by the NAHCON chairman, Malam Jalal Ahmad Arabi. During the visit, which took place on Thursday, the two bosses of the nation's pilgrimage affairs discussed areas of mutual interest for the benefit of Nigerian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia and Israel. In other news, Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris says his administration will ensure adequate preparation for the forthcoming Hajj exercise. The governor was responding to the request made by the state 2023 Hajj Committee when it submitted its report at the government house. He said necessary reforms will be carried out to restructure the activities of the State Pilgrims Welfare Agency, adding that the state government will study the report and implement its recommendations. Presenting the report, the 2023 Amirul Hajj of the state, General Muhammadu Magoro, said the report encompassed the operation of the 2023 Hajj, including recommendations on how to improve subsequent Hajj exercises.
Alhamdulillah, You are still watching As You Answer the Call, a public enlightenment presentation that keeps you abreast of the activities of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and other Hajj-related matters. 2023 will be remembered for the conduct of Hajj exercise, the coming on stream of the Hajj Institute of Nigeria, preparations for 2024 Hajj, and coming of a new leadership at Hajj House. How this event played out to make 2023 a year to remember for NAHCON is the focus of the next segment, Spotlight. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
A major turning point for the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, was the restoration of the 95,000 Hajj slots to Nigeria by Saudi government. During the 2023 Hajj, Nigeria was able to utilize all the slots allocated to it, with the states taking 75,000 and tour operators having 20,000 slots. Despite encountering some challenges in the course of the 2023 Hajj operations, the successes recorded were nonetheless obvious, particularly in the area of airlift operations, accommodation in Mecca and Medina, feeding, medical, and many more.
I was attended perfectly. I was given drugs, and the attitude of the nurses, in fact, is very fine, because they know the value of human beings. They welcome us, they diagnose us, and give us treatment. In fact, we are thankful for that. We are grateful for the Hajj Commission.
It's a good experience because the day we came, we were received very well. We were accommodated very well. They allocated our hotels to us. We don't have any problem.
Immediately after the completion of the 2023 Hajj, NAHCON initiated strategies and began preparing for the 2024 Hajj. Still during the year under review, NAHCON ensured the takeoff of the Hajj Institute of Nigeria. The Hajj Institute of Nigeria came on stream on Tuesday, the 7th of February 2023. Establishing the Hajj Institute has been part of the vision of the Commission, and the goal is to produce professional and skilled Hajj managers that will provide service to pilgrims in line with global best practices.
The professional certificate.
Into the professional certificate.
2 sets of students had graduated from the institute. Academic session for the second set of students began on Tuesday, the 10th of October, and ended on the 7th of November 2023. It was on Professional Certificate in Strategic Management of Hajj and Umrah operations.
The course was designed to enhance the capacities of leaders and managers in Hajj and Umrah industry to drive positive changes in the Nigerian Hajj affairs, while focusing primarily on pilgrim satisfaction at every stage and constantly seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a theme that ran through all the programs, all the modules in that particular program we have completed.
It is very interesting that we have come to the end of the program. We thank God, and we have been imbued with knowledge that will further better the Hajj services, inshallah.
I did my own project on accommodation and feeding. So with this, with the gray area we have during 2023 Hajj was like the feeding at Mushair, and we really concentrated on improving the services in Mushair. So we did a plan which we hope, if it is used or utilized, it will improve. We will have an effective and efficient service.
The most conspicuous event at NAHCON in 2023 was the change of leadership from Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan to Malan Jalal Ahmad Arabi on Wednesday, the 18th of October 2023. The new leadership at Hajj House under Malan Jalal Ahmad Arabi did not hesitate to roll out its plans inconsistent with the dynamism associated with Hajj industry across the globe.
With the crop of people that I met on ground, people of experience, people of integrity, as far as I'm concerned, I had not proved otherwise so far. Some of the noticed shortfalls ought not to have happened or ought not to be there. But again, like I said, human nature. Those that had preceded us had done their best in terms of leadership, in terms of coordination. But certainly, like I've often said, there's always room for improvement.
Alhaji Arabi said trust, sacrifice, synergy will be entrenched in the system to ensure that staff give their best for better service delivery to pilgrims.
When I said the TSA is trust, sacrifice, and of course remembering Allah, it's just to probably tweak what had been on and what has been going on by way of strategy or policy, as it were, to now remind ourselves that, look, if we hammer all we intend doing on this tripod of the TSA and make it probably a reminding page that we see every day and that we face every day, it will ginger us into correcting some of the minor errors that often occur when it comes to Hajj.
One important work that Malang Arabi met when he assumed office was the preparation for 2024 Hajj. And so he wasted no time in continuing from where the immediate past board left. Much has been done in this regard, including holding series of meetings with relevant stakeholders in Nigeria and in Saudi Arabia. On Tuesday, the 31st of October 2023, the leadership of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, held a strategic meeting with the executives of State Pilgrims Welfare Boards, the FCT, and Armed Forces. NAHCON Acting Chairman Malang Ahmed Jalal Arabi presided over the meeting, which was his first since assuming office early October. Topping the agenda at the meeting were action plans for the 2024 Hajj exercise. As a follow-up to the resolutions of the previous meetings, on Thursday, the 30th of November 2023, the management of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and the executives of State Pilgrims Welfare Boards, the FCT, and Armed Forces held another round of meeting at Hajj House.
540 million is for the 120 people.
While during the meeting, state executives, the FCT, and Armed Forces took turns to highlight the level of preparations in their respective boards, particularly on the number of those who paid the minimum 4.5 million naira initial deposit.
Yobe said was allocated 1,960 seats. The total number of pilgrims that paid, the number of registered pilgrims, 286.
We are given the allocation of 528 slots. The total pilgrims that have registered so far are consisting personnel, members of the families of personnel and others. We have 220 of them.
And our progeny of people. In a related development, NAHCON top management held a similar meeting with chief executives of licensed tour operators. Speaking at the meeting, NAHCON chairman Malang Ahmed Jalal Arabi appreciated the role of tour operators in Hajj operation over the years, stressing the importance of teamwork, particularly in line with NAHCON guidelines.
There is no denying the fact that anybody that is involved with issues of pilgrimage knows the importance of symbiotic relationship between you and the Commission. It is true the law has given the Commission the powers to supervise, superintend over issues that have to do with Hajj, but of course it has taken cognizance of the important role you play in attaining any success of the exercise.
In an effort to educate pilgrims on the issuance of visa deadline, NAHCON and states embarked on aggressive enlightenment campaigns to alert pilgrims on the need to make early payment of the initial 4.5 million deposit. This was done through clerics as part of their enlightenment program. To top it all, NAHCON chairman further pleaded with Jamaatul Nasrul Islam to also be part of the awareness drive. He said this while addressing the annual council conference of the JNI in Minna, Niger State.
Your Eminence, we won't allow you rest. You have to assist. JNI has to assist in trying to enlighten the people as to the situation.
As part of plans to transform the national medical team, NAHCON chairman Malan Jalal Ahmed Arabi unveiled a committee to review operational guidelines of the team before 2024 Hajj. Head of the committee and senior technical advisor to the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Saidu Ahmed, had submitted its report to NAHCON chairman Malan Jalal Ahmed Arabi.
So the need to have adequate training for medical personnel on the electronic medical record is key to ensure that we also reduce the waiting time for the patient.
I want to assure you, while thanking you for the sacrifice, that we will look at your report most dispassionately.
Similarly, in the course of the year under review, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, set up a committee to review the guidelines for catering and accommodation services ahead of the 2024 Hajj. The committee has submitted its reports to NAHCON after the review.
We said to abolish benchmarking of accommodation price in Mecca and Medina in order to allow market forces to determine the cost. 2, deal directly with owners of accommodation, in particular, to reduce cost of agency. 3, reduce the number of days spent in Medina to 5. That will also bring down the cost.
As we welcome 2024, NAHCON is expected to build on gains recorded in 2023.
MashaAllah, the program is As You Answer the Call. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Imam Tahir Baba Ibrahim continues discussion on what is expected of intending pilgrims when preparing for the Hajj. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك
Having established Allah's consciousness and sincerity of intention, intending pilgrims are further encouraged to make adequate financial preparation, particularly on what will sustain their families when they are away for the Hajj.
One have to be able to raise the money that will cater for his traveling to and fro, and at the same time he will be able to cater for himself while he's away in Mecca or in Medina. Equally, he will also prepared to keep his family for the day-to-day activities, even if he is away.
The Islamic scholar says it is best for intending pilgrims to make sure they are prepared physically.
Hajj rite, we know it involves a lot of activities. One must trek. One must have the stamina and the energy to move. So my advice to the intending pilgrims is that they should start preparing themselves for physical fitness. Those who are not exercising their bodies, they should please start as early as possible.
apart from being physically ready, being mentally and medically prepared is also essential.
Intending pilgrims should not take it light when it comes to this medical talk. They should listen to the medical personnel and whatever they encourage them to do to either safeguard them against some diseases or boost their immunity for having fitness and other health-related issues, they should do it.
Patience, tolerance and self-control are also fundamental requirements for the Hajj.
Whatever you don't want someone to do for you, you should not do it to another. In fact, we are even guided that la yuminu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsihi. None of you is a really believer until he likes to his brother what he likes to himself.
Other forms of preparations include knowing the type of Hajj to perform, security consciousness, as well as what consolidates or validates the Hajj exercise, and many more. Imam Tahir Baba Ibrahim then advised intending pilgrims to take advantage of the weekly enlightenment program organized by states across the country for more information.
My advice is that intending pilgrims should not shy away from attending those enlightenment centers, for many things will be said, and if they abide by it, it will be for their benefit.
Alhamdulillah, now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, name 2 major ways to prepare for Hajj. The correct answer is spiritual and educationally. The winner is Ruqayya Salihu from Plateau State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Ruqayya Salihu will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, apart from the spiritual and educational preparations, name 3 other ways intending pilgrims should prepare for Hajj. Again, apart from the spiritual and educational preparations, name 3 other ways intending pilgrims should prepare for Hajj. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages. Al-Mustafa Adavi from Kogi State sent in the first message. It reads, "Let me express my gratitude to NAHCON leadership and staff for their exceptional work towards Hajj management. I appreciate your dedication and contributions. May Allah guide you more." Adeni Ilaide from Oyo State sent the second message. It says, "Assalamu alaikum. I thank NAHCON for this educative program as you answer the call. May Allah reward all those involved abundantly." This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and all the social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا